Morning everyone. It is pouring rain out today, but I'm still trying to get to work early because my mystery box has arrived, which is really exciting news. I'm an ideas guy, right? So it's really easy for me to get distracted by fun projects and things to do. I'm reining in some of my excitement and my ideas, and I'm focusing on one niche for my shop and this channel. And for me, that niche is gonna be camera gear. I wanna make products for videographers and for film production, and that's something I'm really excited about. Which is why this mystery tool that has finally arrived is gonna really unlock a lot of potential for me. It actually arrived right at the end of the day yesterday, so I was able to bring it into my studio, but that was it. Then I had to wait all the way until this morning. Whew, that was a wet one, but I am so excited to get here so that I can open this very heavy box. So the first problem I have to solve today is that I don't have space for this machine. My desk over there, I use it constantly, so I can't put it there, especially not full time, and the desk sucks. It's really wobbly. I need to get a new one. So I have my little manufacturing setup in here with my 4 3D printers. So I think my best plan of action here is to move a P1S down and try to fit 3 snugly right next to each other, if I can fit them. And then we're gonna put the Makera here. So we got some cleaning up to do. Before I get too ahead of myself, I'm gonna see if this thing even fits up there first. Oh. Cool. I think we're gonna give it a try like this. Setting up a new machine is such a satisfying endeavor. As I took each piece of protective plastic off, I was envisioning all the new projects I want to take on with this machine. I can see all the potential things that can come from this, and it's exciting. I just finished unpacking everything in the box, getting rid of all the packaging materials. It comes with a lot of tools, a lot of bits, a lot of stuff. Honestly, I'm a little bit intimidated by this machine right now, but I'm gonna spend a little bit more time watching tutorials, make sure that I understand it a bit more before I get it up and running. I connected my desktop computer to its Wi-Fi hotspot and then got it connected to my Wi-Fi, which was really easy, and now I've got control of it from my computer. Before I get too far down the Carvera Air tutorial learning rabbit hole, I need to get my other printer off the ground and get this all running again. So I'm gonna do that first. I might even just try one printer without the concrete riser thing, see if there's any performance loss. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the poop chutes in the back because there's no space to get the poop out of there unless I pull a printer out. So if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments on what to do about the poop collection if I am fitting all 3 printers side by side nice and tight in here. I can only imagine what problems are gonna come from this, but we'll deal with them as they happen. Then I had to get some work done for my videography clients and of course get my products into the mail for today. Now it's noon, so I've got a wrap for the day because we're seeing my wife's sister and we're headed away this weekend, so I got lots of work to catch up on. But I'm really hoping to find enough time to do a first carve with the new Makera. This week is a short one due to the holiday and a busy schedule of video and drone clients that had me on set for multiple days. But this morning, I have about 4 hours before we head out for the weekend, and my only goal is to fire up the Makera. New machines come with new learning curves, specifically with the software. This is Makera Cam, a software from Makera that is like a slicer in that it creates the toolpaths and G-code to tell the machine what to do. Since this is my first time using it, I'm still learning a lot, so I'll share my findings on it a bit more once I've gotten some experience with it. Hold up. I guess I should provide some context here. After discovering the Carvera Air, I quickly became obsessed with it. I watched all of the videos and saw all of the ads and started to dream about all the cool inventions and tools that I could make out of metal. 3D printing is additive manufacturing, where the printer adds plastic layer by layer, while the Makera Carvera Air is a CNC milling machine, meaning that you start with a block of something, also known as stock, and you cut away until you reveal the thing that you want to make. It has a 200-watt spindle capable of hitting speeds up to 13,000 RPM, which will let me cut things out of aluminum. This led me to reach out to them, and thankfully they agreed to give me one in exchange for a project video for a new product, which I'll be sharing on this channel very soon. Okay, back to the setup. I noticed that it came with 4 of this exact same bit for cutting metal. So I'm gonna do my first cuts with this one, just in case something breaks or something bad happens. So we're gonna start with that. When starting out with a new tool, I like to start simple and gain confidence as I go. I have some G-code now that I think is gonna work. My hand is gonna be ready on that emergency stop button because this is new to me, so let's give it a try. I'm actually kind of nervous. I don't know why, maybe it's just because it's a new machine, but... Our first attempt, it didn't go low enough because I had set the origin to the wrong height. So we're gonna probe again, and then we're gonna try the cut again. Okay, first impressions, well, they're still fresh. This machine is incredibly accurate. First try, cut metal, no problem. It was actually surprisingly quiet. I was worried it was gonna be a really loud machine, but it's kind of like a dull hum, kind of constant. So once I close up the sound deadening, I'm sure it'll be possible for me to work while it's going. I'm really impressed. I'm so excited about what this thing is capable of. So 2 takeaways right away is I need to get some sort of air assist going. I don't have an air assist device yet, so I'm gonna buy one of those ASAP. And then I definitely need a much better vacuum. So those are my key takeaways right away. Very impressed, very excited. They also provided this sanding block so we can kind of get all the extra bits off. I'm also gonna need to pick up some stock. More of these big pieces of aluminum. Apparently there's a shop in Vancouver where you can just go in and buy them, so I might do it in person so that I can kind of see and feel versus just buying a bunch of stuff online. I made this tiny little slat as a first carve. I'm so used to saying print, what do you call it, like a carve? As a little slat, because I want to experiment with adding aluminum little pieces inside of 3D prints to improve the Z strength. So I kind of want to see what's possible with 3D printing combined with metal CNCing. That seems like a really cool sweet spot to me. Let me know in the comments what you're interested in with regards to CNC, 3D printing, and what you want to see this machine do. I'm honestly just bursting with ideas about what can be done and what kind of metal things I can make. So there's going to be a lot to come. I also need to figure out how I'm going to store and organize all of these accessories and bits, because there's not a lot of space in my manufacturing closet. I think next up I'm going to make a NATO rail, which is kind of a standard mounting piece of equipment for film production. It's small, it seems like an easy, good step, and I can try using different types of bits on this next one. I also printed a new dog bowl that I made for my puppy dog. I think it's gonna work well for her. It's gonna be a tougher one to get all the food out of. And I will coat this in epoxy. I made this with some awesome matte PETG from Sunlu. Thanks to them for sending this over. Dog's gonna love it, so thanks. I'm like vibrating with excitement about this new machine. It just feels like anything's possible again. But I only have like an hour left before we're heading over to Vancouver Island for the weekend. So I like to try and make sure that my space is clean and there's no pending things to do before the end of the weekend. So I'm gonna, as fast as I can, process all my quick release plates that I printed throughout the week, get rid of some of the garbage and recycling, from all this unboxing, and then we're gonna wrap it there for the week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.